Once seen as a niche payment method, BNPL is now deeply embedded in our everyday purchases. Now, new data shared exclusively with TV3's Nightline revealed just how significant the shift has been. In the first half of 2025, Malaysians made over 102.6 million BNPL transactions, a 22.4% increase compared to the second half of last year. The total value of these transactions reached 9.3 billion ringgit, with 40% of those transactions coming from users aged 30 and below. But does this boom come with a cost? Bank Negara Assistant Governor Abu Hassan Alshari Bin Yahaya believes there is more context to consider.
When we look at the buy now pay later, in terms of the outstanding amount, end of the period, for example, end of June, this year, the amount was 3.8 billion. So that 3.8 billion basically only represented about 0.2% of our household indebtedness.
But regulators remain watchful. With more credit providers entering the market, most of them unregulated, authorities say safeguards must be put in place.
So because of that, we need to actually have some kind of overarching law for us to look at how we can protect the credit consumers in a more uniform manner. So that's where why we also see that there's a timely for us to come up with a law that can actually have a standard.
Now, that law is the upcoming Consumer Credit Bill 2025, which will regulate BNPL providers, introduce conduct standards, and ensure transparency. Meanwhile, data shows young users are still vulnerable. More than 86,000 youths had overdue BNPL payments. They made up 51% of all unpaid accounts, with an average outstanding amount of 655 ringgit each. Financial Planning Association of Malaysia President Alvin Tan says oftentimes the risk stems from a lack of basic financial awareness.
Many of them actually fail to see the small amount that the debt they actually accumulate. Of course, we see 50 ringgit a month may not be a big thing, but many of them actually miss that by spending 50 ringgit a month for one item, plus another 50 ringgit for another item, and they actually snowball to a bigger thing.
He also believes the solution lies in early education.
I think our government should look at incorporating all this financial literacy program as early as primary school, for children to understand how basically risk work, what's budgeting, how that works, so that again when they go to adulthood, they are really equipped with all this basic understanding.
Buy now, pay later isn't inherently bad, but when used recklessly, it can be a fast track to financial regret. With new laws on the way and growing awareness, it's now time to spend smarter and protect future generations from hidden debt traps. Nurin Razman for Nightline, TV3.